Hello crochet friends, and welcome back to Yarn Over Hook. My name is Sammy, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to do the shell or scallop stitch border. This is a fun one because it is very customizable. Depending on the placement of your scallop, it can change the way your project ends up looking. You can also make your scallops bigger or smaller. This is a super fun one, and I am very excited to show you how to do it today, so let's hop into it. To begin our scallop border, you want to get your yarn onto your hook with a slip knot. Once you have your yarn on your hook, you want to go into your project with a standing single crochet. So, depending on where you put your standing single crochet into your project will determine where your shell lands. So for one of my squares, I put a single crochet in between my granny stitches, which then placed my shells on top of my granny stitches, versus this square where I put my single crochet into the middle of my granny stitches, so I ended up with my shells in between my granny stitches. Isn't that so fun? This one is awesome and super customizable, so I suggest playing around with the placement to see what you like best. I personally like the scallop in between my granny stitches, so where I'm going to put my standing single crochet will be right here in the middle of a granny stitch. So I'm going to insert my hook, yarn over, and pull through. Yarn over, pull through both loops on my hook for my standing single crochet. For the shell stitch, you're going to skip the next stitch and then do your shell into the following. For this one, my following stitch will be this gap here. That is what's going to give me my shells in between my granny stitches. So to do your shell, you want to do 5 double crochet into the same stitch or into the same gapping space. So we'll yarn over, insert your hook into that space, yarn over, and pull through. Yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops only, yarn over, and pull through the remaining 2 loops on your hook. And we'll do that 4 more times. You could also do this one only 3 more times and have 4 double crochet. Or you could do it 6 more times and have 7 double crochet. This is a super fun one because it is so customizable. I really like this border. This one's probably one of my favorites. So I have 4 here. I'm going to do 1 more. And there's my first shell. So from here, you will skip the next stitch and do a single crochet into the following. So we'll insert our hook, yarn over, and pull through. Yarn over, pull through both loops on our hook. Then we will skip the next stitch and go into the following. So for me, it will be this corner here. I am going to do a shell stitch into this gapping corner here. So I will insert 5 double crochet into this corner. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then I'm going to skip this next stitch and do a single crochet into the following. So I'll insert my hook, yarn over, and pull through. Yarn over, pull through both loops on my hook. And then I'll do the same thing. We're going to skip this stitch, but go into this gap space for our next shell. That's 1 double crochet, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And you'll just repeat that around your project. You'll shell, skip a stitch, single crochet, skip a stitch, shell, skip a stitch, single crochet, skip a stitch, all the way around. So I will meet you at our next corner here. Alrighty, we are at the next corner. So we are just going to skip this stitch right after our single crochet, do our shell into this corner, 5 double crochet, skip this first stitch of this granny stitch, and do a single crochet into the middle. So remember, single crochet, skip a stitch, shell, skip a stitch, single crochet, and repeat. So let's do our 5 double crochet into this corner space. That's 3, 4, and 5. So we have 5 double crochet in this corner space. We're going to skip this first stitch and do a single crochet into the following. Skip this next stitch and do a shell into this gap right here. And there we go, we have our 5 double crochet. So we'll skip this stitch and do a single crochet into the middle of that next granny stitch. And I'm just going to repeat all of what we just did all the way around until the end, and I'll meet you there. Alrighty, we are at the end of our border with one last scallop that we need to do right here. So we'll do our 5 double crochet. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then that will bring us to our first single crochet, the standing single crochet that we did to get into our project. We are just going to do a slip stitch into that stitch to close off our border. So we'll insert our hook into that stitch, yarn over, and pull through the stitch. Then we will pull through the loop on our hook to complete that slip stitch. Pull it nice and tight. You will cut that yarn there, weave in the ends, and have a nice clean border. There we go! Ah, isn't it so fun? I really enjoy the scallop border. It is so pretty. Oh my goodness. Please let me know in the comments what you end up using this border for. I cannot wait to hear all about it. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, subscribe, and ding the bell so that you know when we upload a new video. And we'll catch you in the next one. Bye! So what is Yarn Over Hook? Yarn Over Hook is a free social media for crocheters to create, learn, and connect with other crocheters from around the world. Join for free today at yarnoverhook.com and show us what's got you hooked.